Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Thumbcast. My name is Andy, and I'm joined today by Fat Pikachu, a.k.a. Graham spelt wrong, and Exile of Sin, a.k.a. Can't Leave His Hair Alone. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to discuss our thoughts on Worms Rumble and how that game could be improved. But before that, a little bit of housekeeping for you. Coming up on February the 21st, which is probably after this you're listening to this, so go and check it out. We have The Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary video, where I go through a brief history of Zelda and give my thoughts at playing it for the very first time. We also have a Pokemon special weekend coming up on Friday the 26th of February with at least 4 Pokemon-themed videos. Be sure to look out for Team Thumb's own Graham spelt wrong, a.k.a. Fat Pikachu YT's playing Resident Evil for the very first time for the 25th anniversary special on the 22nd of March. And finally, bit of housekeeping. We've started streaming on Sundays, 7:30 British Standard Time, Greenwich Mean Time, whichever one you prefer. We can't promise it'll be every weekend. We can't promise it'll be every Sunday, but it'll be the majority of them. And for some reason, I decided to write that on a ridiculously shaped piece of paper. So it just got smaller and smaller as I was trying to read it. So when you saw me going like that. But ladies, I said ladies, we're going with it. Ladies, I am very intrigued at what you have been playing recently because I am a nosy one. If you're walking down my street, you will see me behind the curtains looking out for what you're doing. Fat Pikachu, a.k.a. Graham spelt wrong. What have you been playing?
I have been... Oh, you put me on the spot now, man. I didn't know you were going to be asking that question. I have been playing... next one. I've been playing Falconeer on Steam. I have been playing Worms Rumble, a lot of Worms Rumble, which is very handy for tonight. And, well, I think that's about it. No, Pokemon Sword. I've also been playing some Pokemon Sword. And I think that's it.
So you remember when, before we started, and I said, I'm going to do some housekeeping and then ask you what you've been playing. I'm glad to see you were listening. Have you listened to everything else I've said? Do you want me to recap it for you?
Have you started talking yet, or?
Yes, surprisingly. I remember to push the spacebar on my push to talk. Exile of Sin, I noticed that you've actually managed to leave your fringe on for more than 3 seconds there. What have you been playing?
Pokemon Sword, and that's about it, really.
Shiny hunting.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I've started streaming on Twitch again. Plug somewhere. Yeah, shiny hunting. And then, but I'm shiny hunting. Unless it's something for a video, but I won't go into those because of spoilers.
Because there's spoilers. Because there's spoilers. There's spoilers on the videos. We've kind of got, I don't want to say addicted because always gamble responsibly, but the Twitch have these new predict gamble points that I think we're all very, very addicted to. Like I've seen people dropping like 30,000 points on some of the gambles, and I don't think it's healthy. His camera's either jammed. Oh no, it hasn't. He's moved. He moved. He's just concentrating on what we're saying. He's just concentrating. Are you all right there, Pika?
I gambled 75. So here's the thing. I gambled 75,000 points out of my 115,000 points that I have for your Twitch channel. On one, could you complete what was it? 3 levels in Mario Maker in a row without dying like 5 times, I think it was. But I didn't take any risks because you also have the channel point of remove glasses, and you're blind as hell without your glasses. So I didn't take any risks because I spent those channel points in to remove your glasses. So I knew I wouldn't lose my 75,000 points. It wasn't even a gamble.
I want to get to the point where I know levels well enough where I can complete them without glasses and just see them just ruin everybody's day by just losing you 75,000 points.
I'll soon get them back.
No, you do watch me an awful lot. Twitch.tv/Conor the Internet. And to complete Exile of Sin's plug, Twitch.tv/Exile of Sin. And while we're at it, Twitch.tv/Fat Pikachu YT. Thanks for asking what I've been playing. I will now tell you what I've been playing. I've been playing the heck out of Assassin's Creed. Well, thank you for asking.
Andy, what have you been playing?
Okay, we're just kind of interrupting me now. That's all we're doing now. It's like, anybody else want to ask? Leave in the comment. Ask me what I've been playing. I'll tell you in there. No, I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I'm so close to the Platinum Trophy. But I think I can't remember if I spoke to you about this, Exile, but there's a trophy in it where you have to do 5,000 bits of damage to London in your carriage. And it turns out that this was a coding mistake, and it was meant to be 500. And the coder added a 0. And because you can't change trophies, it had to stay at 5,000. So it's making it a little bit more grindy than it should be. But it's still great fun. If you haven't played Assassin's Creed Syndicate, then definitely go back to it. I only really went back to it because Assassin's Creed Valhalla really ticks me off, because one of the treasures to get the platinum, you have to collect all the treasures around England, and one of them is glitched. So it's about 10,000 meters underground, and no matter what I try and do, I can't get it. So I'm going to have to wait for some sort of Ubisoft update before I can get that. But the Jack the Ripper DLC, pretty cool. Apart from that, I think I spoke about this on a stream, I feel kind of awkward in the bits you have to play as Jack the Ripper. I don't really want to play as Jack the Ripper. I mean, it's not like my idol or anything. You know, it's not an idol. It's not really, oh man, I wish there was a game where I could play as Jack the Ripper. It's almost like, why can't you play as Hitler and Wolfenstein and stuff? It's just not for me. It's not for me. But Assassin's Creed Syndicate, very, very good. Have you two played it?
No, not Syndicate. I to be honest, I've not played much Assassin's Creed. I really do want to start getting into it, but there's always another game that takes precedence for me. I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah. Trophy update from me, though. I still haven't got that bloody trophy on Assassin's Creed Revelation for the platinum on that. The glitch doesn't work for me. I can't. I need someone to do it for me. Graham, are you available to do it for me?
I'll give it a shot, man. I'll happily give it a shot.
Anyway, I think that is more than enough rambling. No, wait. I just remember what I was meant to ask. Exile of Sin, how were the hobnobs you had for tea?
Absolutely amazing. In preparation for the stream, I thought, what this? I stopped my stream and just throw food down my face. I was like, what have I got? It's like a pack of hobnobs, like a cup of tea, pack of hobnobs, gone.
Did you eat regular hobnobs or was it chocolate hobnobs? No, you don't like chocolate. Never mind.
I don't like chocolate.
So regular hobnobs then. Do you get white chocolate hobnobs?
Not that I've seen, although that is very intriguing.
We'll need to look into that, man.
Sounds like a gap in the market. Is it McVitie's that do hobnobs? Because we can speak to him.
I don't know.
I don't know. I threw the packet in the bin now. I'm not going in there. I believe it's McVitie's, yeah.
I think it is. We'll speak to him. Because I've always, it's a weird topic. We'll talk about it. I've always wanted to get Walkers to make a packet of crisps that is Haribo flavoured crisps. Like, how good would they be? Haribo flavoured crisps. Thoughts?
That sounds absolutely disgusting. I love Haribo. Don't like the idea of Haribo crisps. But that funny you say that, because I was in Tesco, which is a local supermarket to us in the UK, and I was looking at the ice cream, as you do, and one of the ice creams, it was a Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and it was, I can't remember what the flavour was, but it was something and crisps. Which sounds, sounds gross. I think it was chocolate crisp, but even still, horrible. Sounds absolutely disgusting.
What, so the flavour was something crisps?
No, something and crisps. So I think it was like white chocolate nuts or something and crisps.
Okay, that sounds gross. Over Christmas, I think I've spoken about this before, but over Christmas I tried gummy bears dipped in Marmite, and I think that beautiful. So if you want a crisp flavour, gummy bear and Marmite. That's what I'm putting in mind. Let us know your favourite type of crisps in the comment down below. What if you could design any flavour of crisps, what would it be? I'm putting my vote to gummy bears and Marmites. But on to the main topic. Worms Rumble was released as a PlayStation Plus game November? December? Someone remind me.
Somewhere around that ballpark. I'm going to say November rather than December.
My first thing to... Oh, there's police coming out. There's police coming. They found me. My first instinct said December, but it might be November. It's not important, but it was a free PS Plus games, and it's Worms how you've never seen it before. It's Worms in a open world. Not open world. What am I talking about? I had a packet of strawberry laces before we started, so I'm a bit wired. All right, I just been all over the place. Hey, look at that! Stop showing your boobies. We don't want to see them. Stand up and give us a spin. Give us a spin.
Which one, me or Exile?
Both, because I saw that Exile is wearing the coolest Pokemon on the planet. Ooh. Bow chicka wow wow. Da 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 da.
I forgot his says Exile.
I genuinely think I pulled myself.
Wait, why doesn't man say Andy?
I gave Exile the better treatment than you.
Like, I remember when them arrived. That was a long time ago. Because we all have Growlithe t-shirts like that. Didn't you ruin yours in the wash, Pika?
No, I ruined another t-shirt in the wash, but then I shrunk my Growlithe t-shirt, so now every time I wear it, it exposes my very slender belly.
Yeah, Colin Motivation. Because I remember when it arrived, and I didn't realize it was going to arrive. So because you told me you'd ordered it, and I didn't realize it was going to arrive so quickly. And it said like Princess Andy on the packet. I was like, what the hell is this? Who calls me Princess Andy?
I forgot about that. I always do that to people. Like everybody's lady something or other, or princess, or sparkly peanut butter. I don't know.
I was Lady Exile.
See, that works. I can see that. I can definitely see.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but what's brilliant, what is absolutely brilliant about that is when the delivery man goes to deliver it and he's like, are you Lady Exile?
Yes, I am.
You're alright, I'm Lady Exile. I love that, thank you. And then when you pick it up, you have to walk away like really camp, you know, like properly camp. I forgot what I was going to say now. It can't be very interesting. What was I going to say?
You were talking about t-shirts. Worms Rumble.
No, oh yeah, I was just going to add to that, the t-shirt conversation. Whenever I send people money, like friends money, I never put it for the right reason. So I just like put things like butt plugs and things like that. It's great. So when they read the bank statement, it says butt plugs across the middle of it. So new prank.
I like it.
Should we talk about Worms Rumble? We probably should. I think I started the conversation. It was a PS Plus game all the way back in November, possibly. It must have been November. I'm getting fixated on when it was.
I think it was November, but it doesn't really matter. It was that time of year.
It doesn't really matter. People come here for logical conversation about T-shirts, hobnobs, and when Worms Rumble was a PS Plus game. If we can't provide all three information, what good are we? 2
out of 3 still pretty good.
Yeah, okay. I'll leave it at that. But no, Worms Rumble, and we streamed it. We played it quite a lot. We've recorded a couple of videos. Go and check them out. Links probably... No, but I was about to say links are in the description, but I don't think any of us remember to put like actual links in the description. So there's probably not. But you can go watch them. We stream it. We're probably going to stream it more often. I've been playing it quite a lot. I'm level 26 now. But when myself and Graham were playing a couple of nights ago, we were thinking it's like, this game is good, but it could really be improved. And that's kind of the main topic of this conversation. And please do remember that before you get all angry and bash your head on your keyboard because we're not agreeing with how good this game is or anything like that. I genuinely think this is a great game. And these are just our opinions. And it's so sad that we live in a world where you have to preference everything that it's our opinion because of assholes who think that because an opinion isn't the same as yours, that it's wrong. So what we're going to do... I'm sorry, Pika, you're not that sort of person. But I am going to hand the floor over to Graham, a.k.a. Fat Pikachu, to start the ball rolling because I know he has been doing a lot of thinking about what Worms Rumble needs. And we'll jump in as and when. So this finger is the torch of conversation. And I'm going to throw it to Pika. I don't know what that was. Pass it along. Pika, Worms Rumble. Start the conversation.
Do you know what's funny is I'll be in different parts of your screens, I think. I don't know. So I'm down here for me. You're up there and Excel's not that it matters, but anyway, that's what do you guys think of this setup, by the way? Because we were using push to talk and we're not over talking each other, or not as much as we have been. We can see each other. It's great. I think it's a really good setup. There will be, this is me procrastinating now, but there will be on front of us our Twitch link, YouTube maybe if you want your YouTube, and whatever else you want. So there will be that as well. But Worms Rumble, right? I've been playing a lot of it. I am level 33 now because I am going for the Platinum Trophy. Me and Melody, I had a day off today, and me and Melody were playing Worms Rumble pretty much all day, taking turns. And I asked her, I was like, what do you think could be improved about Worms Rumble, just in anticipation of today? And she's like, I don't know, traps. And I thought that's a really good idea. Traps. Imagine being able to place a trap down. Like we kind of touched upon this, Andy, with traps. Like if you could put a false crate down or a false gun, and then someone goes to pick it up, and it knocks off like half their health or something, and then you could jump out of like a little hole. What are they called? The vents. Thank you, XL. You could jump out of a vent and then blam them, finish them off, or whack them in the face with a baseball bat. That's just one of the things. I have a big list, but that's just one of the things. That was from my daughter Melody, aka Melons, and I think it's a really good idea. Traps. Let's get that in the game. Shouldn't take too long. Shouldn't take much effort. Traps.
Just traps. Just while we're talking about links, can I have my OnlyFans put on the link?
This is not that time to discuss it. It's not.
Only thumbs.
Only thumbs, sorry. Yeah, only thumbs. XR aka the best fringe and Team Thumbs. What are your thoughts about Worms Rumbles, and what would you do to improve it?
I miss a load of the old weapons, really. Like the kamikaze. We've spoken about this before with the old grannies. I also miss the building prospects of it. So building like your own little hideaway places further up. I think that would be cool to bring back. Water levels. We haven't got water that you can fall in and die. So environmental like problems.
Yeah, I fully agree with the weapons. I think how you get people coming back and play more is by adding more weapons. There was a version of the lab, which I don't think any of us played because I think it was in like a dead period where there was lots happening, where the water levels rose. Like the original games, but that's kind of leads quite nicely to my point of that. Why can we only have one lab mode at the same time? And so why can't we have this like more than one type of lab? And just keep them going. Like if you want 5 labs, have 5 labs. So you have like the water one where it's all rising. The labs seem to be more focused towards the last worm standing kind of format. So the problem with it at the moment is that you wait 10 minutes to get in a server, you die straight away, then you wait in another 10 minutes to get back into the game, and then you die straight away. And that's just my problem because I'm rubbish at the game.
Just for our viewers at home, what are labs, Andy?
That's where scientists do things.
I stabbed myself in the finger. For our viewers at home, labs is like a special game mode where they introduce something new, usually. Something custom that you don't see in the main game. For instance, you touched upon water rising is something you don't see in the main game. There is one where you're just all baseball bats, and baseball bats are hyped up, like the power is hyped up mentally, so one hit of a baseball bat will instantly kill someone. Stuff like that. I think it's their way of trialing out stuff, but I've never seen them introduce something like this into the main game.
No, I just have to say all hail the great baseball bat of Worms Rumble.
Love the baseball bat. It's so difficult. Once you get to use the baseball bat, it is so difficult not to use it. You're trying to level up a specific gun. Oh, I've almost killed him. Oh, your instinct is to whack them in the face with a baseball bat. And it's just so easy to do.
It's great. I think I have over 500 baseball bat kills for that very reason, where I do 99.9% of the damage with a shotgun, and then I'm not good enough to shoot him one more time with a shotgun. I have to whack him in the face with a baseball bat, finish him off properly. It's like I could finish it quickly with a shotgun, but no.
So I have a big, massive list. Do you mind if I reel off another one? Okay, so I was thinking you were playing Mario Maker last night, and XL touched upon making maps. And I think it would be a really good idea if they introduce custom map making and a voting system. So you could trial out people's maps, try them out, and then vote them yes. And if the map becomes popular enough, they could then introduce it into like a special I don't know, they could introduce the map as a new map if it became that popular, or they could just introduce it for a month as like custom maps, or what's the term, fan made maps, or something like that. I also thought it'd be cool in the training mode. There is a section where you have like, it's kind of like an obstacle course, and you have to shoot down targets in order to complete the training mode. They should do that more often. Like, you can create a map like that, so you could create a crazy obstacle course that people could try out and just go through, and you wouldn't have to worry about other people attacking you. Or you could have multiple people trying to do it at the same time. First one to complete the obstacle course wins, but you have to get to the end without somebody killing you, sort of thing. I think that'd be quite cool.
Like the roller coaster, like a roller coaster of doom type of thing. Where, I think the problem with, do you think the reason that they haven't done that is that we don't have a roadmap for the game, so I can't be like, oh, they might be planning something similar, because we literally got the roadmap to the end of February, and that's it. The March and April just say coming soon. Do you think they're would be reluctant to do something like that? Because if you look at building, Fortnite is very heavy on the buildings kind of side of things. So any kind of building sort of thing instantly gets compared to Fortnite. Mario Maker is kind of the home of designing and building your own levels. I feel like when we were growing up, or I was growing up, and you kind of were 25, 26 years old when I was like 4 years old, building things, designing our maps in games like, I always forget it, and I always forget what it's called, Time Splitters and things. It felt like back then you had Little Big Planet racing and stuff like that as well. It felt like the early to mid noughties, late 90s was very much a build your own sort of level sort of thing, and that seems to have died out an awful lot. I don't know if you remember, PlayStation brought out a game called Dreams a year or so ago, which is where you can design your own games and stuff. And I don't want to say that flopped, but it's still not as popular as it should have been. So I don't know if it's worth discussing, or if you have any thoughts on it, whether there's a market for designing your own levels in a Worms game, because you've also got to remember, this is a completely different Worms game than has ever been before.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It wasn't what I was expecting when I first, because we all started at the same time. We hadn't tried it out, or maybe we tried out training, but I was expecting like a turn-based Worms game, like every other Worms game. And I was kind of disappointed, but actually I really, really like the way they've done it. But there's no way of just us v each other if we just wanted a bit of a fun game. There's no way of just three people in a one map versing each other and somebody hosts it. And I think that's a downfall. I don't know. Maybe it's a downfall. Maybe it's not. Or they could even have, that we're talking about the older Worms. They could even have like a turn-based mode where you have to take turns, and it kind of brings back... It could even go old school graphics. It could be the same map, but old school graphics with the Worms and maybe shrunk down a wee bit. I don't know how it would work, but I'd give it a go. But that's digressing from what you were saying about Dreams. I don't know if it flopped or not. I know there's a lot of games being created in Dreams that people are raving about. They did Croc. So they've done Croc in Dreams. They're creating an Avatar: The Last Airbender game, which was all over YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'm really excited about that if they do make that game. But yeah, I've not heard about it since. So you could be right. It might have just been a one-time thing. I've not heard about Dreams in a good while, right enough.
It has got pretty good reviews. It's got a 89% on Metacritic. 95% of people who reviewed it seem to like it. I certainly enjoyed it. I got it in early beta. I certainly enjoyed it. I didn't know they made Croc in the game though. Croc is the game that should be remade. Check out the last podcast on that. I was thinking along the similar lines to you, that it would be cool in Worms to try and keep the conversation on track. To wriggle it on. It would be cool if they introduced some sort of turn-based mode. Like, that would be cool. I think that would be a good callback to what Worms was originally. So I'd definitely back a turn-based move thing. That was good English. Good English. Next.
If anything, just as a nod to like the older games. Doesn't have to be a big thing, just like a nod to the older games. Or include one of the older games in it, or a few levels from it, so if people liked it, they could then go and buy the older game.
Yeah, definitely. I think let's keep talking for a bit, but I think we should try and bring 3 recommendations, like Team Thumbs recommendations for Worms Rumble by the end of this. Exile of Sin, aka the best fringe in Team Thumbs. What else have you got for us?
My screen's going mode.
Don't worry about it. Just go with it. Just go with it.
Is that what you had for us?
I don't know if it's speaking or not.
It is speaking. It's speaking. It's speaking. We can hear you.
Well, it's flashing everywhere, but fuck it. So yeah, classic mode would be awesome. The environmental damages would be awesome. I do like the idea of being able to create certain levels, but only to the aspects that it used to be. Why is he smiling? What's my screen doing?
I just love listening to you speak. That's all it is.
Flying everywhere. It's hard to concentrate. I've broken something.
I don't know what you've done, but it's great. It's wonderful.
Somebody speak so I can try and fix it.
Okay, I'll take over. I've got this. Oh, Pika, did you? What else is on your list? Reel out the list.
I've kind of went over the majority of things, but the main thing that was on my list, and this is the thing I would be most excited to see if they did it, and I'm kind of cheating here because I think this could be a whole new Worms game entirely. But since they've introduced this battle mode that they've got in Worms Rumble, why not have a 2D side-scrolling Worms game to compete with the likes of Mario? I would freaking love that. Earthworm Jim, eat your heart out. Bring in a Worms side-scroller that you can play with your pals and you can shoot them in the game, even if they're in your team, and you can baseball them off a cliff, baseball bat them off a cliff. I would love that even as its own Worms game or just a mode that they want to try out. But I think that would be awesome fun.
My biggest fear for that is I love the sound of it, but I feel like the only way that would ever get made or introduced is if it was a mobile game, and that's an instant turn-off for me.
They could do it as a console game. I mean, it worked for Mario. It worked for like Mario, and what's the Mario Brothers? It's Mario Brothers, isn't it? Where you can play with each other as as you're scrolling through the map, but you can pick each other up and launch each other in different places.
Yeah, that's for later ones.
They're great fun. I think they should do that with Worms. It'd be so much fun, and the variety of weapons that they could introduce into that would be absolutely awesome.
Sorry, I was being immature when he said play with each other.
I'm okay with it. If you're okay with it, I'm okay with it. Let's just organize a time and a date.
Okay, yeah, I'll call you. I'll call you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I think for me the biggest thing, like my biggest gripe about the game is the thing that, because honestly I've put more hours into Worms than any other kind of what you describe as it's basically what's the type of game? It's what type of game do you say that again? Sorry.
MOBA, so multiplayer online battle arena.
That's the one, like the Fortnite style and the Apex and the stuff and Overwatch and things like that, which Overwatch is 5 years old. The reason we don't like it here at Team Thumb, so there'll be no special for Overwatch. Suck it, Overwatch. Anyway, like I put more hours into this game for that style than any other game combined of this sort of that style, and that says a lot about the game. But the thing that's going to keep me coming back, and the thing that makes me get a little bit sick of it, is they need to fix the XP. Because the XP you're getting is ridiculous. You get more XP for killing, for getting 1,000 points of damage than you do for killing 20 people, 20 worms. That's not for me. So double XP weekend's fine. You have to get to level 50 to get a platinum trophy. Obviously, you might not want to get to the platinum trophy, but I do want to get to the platinum trophy because we're platinum hunting. I like platinum trophies. So for me, they need to fix the XP. Or just do more double XP weekends. Whichever they want to do. They need new weapons, like I think we've already discussed, and they need new maps because it's the same 3 maps over and over again, and it just gets a little bit repetitive after a while.
touching on the XP, you're absolutely right about that, and this is something I actually want to expand upon, because in Worms, if you get extra points, but it's tuppence, it's nothing. You get extra points for being in the top 3, and if you win, you only get an extra 100 XP, which literally is nothing. It's nothing. What you should get for winning a match is at least 1,000 extra XP. In my opinion, I think there needs to be a good reward for winning. Otherwise, because I have no ambition to win a game. My ambition right now is to hold on to the sheep launcher for 2.5 minutes, so I get 500 XP with the sheep launcher and survive to the end of the game. I have no ambition to actually win a game because of that reason.
Do you get more XP for holding on to the weapon for 2 minutes 50 than you do for killing, say, 10 people with it?
No, if you kill 10 people, you're still getting a good chunk of XP, but you also get, I think it's 300 XP for holding on to it for like 2.5 minutes. But if you hold on to it for 2.5 minutes and you kill 10 people, you're probably getting at least 1,000 XP for that specific gun. Yeah,
so basically the only motivation for winning the deathmatch and winning the last worm standing is purely for the trophy. So the only ambition is to win one. Then you're absolutely fine.
Yeah, and that trophy's disappeared. I don't know what's happened to that trophy. It's gone. It's gone. It's a sore topic with me. I was so excited when I've won one of every match, and now I can't find that trophy anywhere.
I'm not sure it ever existed.
It's one for deathmatch and one for last worm standing. So it's not even last team standing, which we've done a lot of.
Does it exist? Because I cannot find it anywhere at all. I'm beginning to think I made this trophy up.
You did?
Yeah. I genuinely think I did. It's so bizarre.
They don't delete trophies. They had trophies. I'm not aware of them ever deleting trophies. So you must have made it up.
It's probably just me and my psycho ways. That's what it is.
So addicted to the trophies that you're just imagining them now. Making your own trophies.
I dreamt about obviously playing Worms Rumble.
There's worse things you could dream about. I'm not going to lie.
I've dreamt about builds and Portal Nights on Minecraft, but that's because you put so many hours into it. Not about a trophy.
Yeah, it's just I love getting game dreams. It's great. I actually this is on that subject. I'll just be very quick, but I dreamt about the 3D Sonic game. You know, the one that's the very first 3D Sonic game they made before it
Sonic
even
3D.
Yeah, that's the one. Sonic 3D. Funnily enough, before it even existed, I dreamt about it as a child, and then I seen it on TV like a year later, 2 years later, and I was like, "What?"
I have a similar thing. Firstly, Sonic 3D made me feel sick, but after Star Wars Episode 1 came out in 1991, I think it's a good film. Fight me. I wrote my own version of Star Wars Episode 2, and in that, it had major spoilers, Yoda fighting in it. And then when Episode 2, Attack of the Clones comes out, Yoda's fighting. George Lucas, where's my money, dickhead?
He clearly stole your script and rewrote some bits. We could have. I could talk about Star Wars. Like, I would love to talk about Darth Maul for two hours. 2 hours. Darth Maul. Star Trek, Star Wars, whatever. I love them both. Let's talk.
No, you're only allowed one fandom.
Speaking of Star Trek, I'm watching a new series on Netflix, and it is superb.
Wait, you like Star Trek and Star Wars? That's impossible.
Yeah,
that's
man.
impossible.
May the Trek be with you.
May you live long and prosper, you idiot.
Live long and may the force be with you.
It was always the thing, wasn't it? It was almost like you could only like one or the other. Like the only bit of in fairness, right? I've tried to watch the Star Trek TV series of Patrick Stewart and never got into it. But I really like the films. You know, the J.J. Abrams directed a couple, and then the third one. So I love the films, but I just can't get into the TV series. So I'm more of a Star Wars type of guy.
You should try the new series on Netflix because they're a lot more like the J.J. Abrams than the older stuff.
Yeah, it's got the lass from Walking Dead's the main character, isn't she?
Yeah, I can't remember her real name, but she plays a character called Michael Burnham. First name Michael. Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, I think she's called Sasha, but I don't know whether that's a Walking Dead character or her actual name.
It sounds familiar for the Walking Dead character, but it's been so long since I watched Walking Dead, I'm not sure. I remember did you ever watch the Walking Dead after program? Yeah. And I remember her on that going, Star Trek, and I'm like, is she gonna be in the new Star Trek? Turns out the new Star Trek revolves around her. Like, she is the character it focuses on.
I'll have to check it out. I have Netflix. No, I don't have Netflix. I was speaking about this as well. Netflix has been having an on-off relationship with me for the last year. They keep sending me emails offering cheaper deals. Got to $3.99 for a month once for Netflix. I thought that was pretty good, but I didn't take it.
You could just... I'm not even going to finish that sentence. Yeah, don't take it.
No, it's stupid. I pay for Disney Plus in this household, not Netflix, and they just won't leave me alone. What are we looking at here?
We're looking at the actors. So one of the characters, you'll recognize one of the actors from the new Star Trek. What's her name? I can't see it. Sonequa?
Can't pronounce that. Sonequa Martin Green.
Sonequa, that's it. But one of the actors in that is actually the guy that does all the... What's his name? He does all the alien work. In, like, if you need somebody in an alien costume, he's the guy you go to. He was the fish guy in Hellboy. He was the fish guy in that new Fish Guy movie. I'm saying fish guy a lot. He was in Pan's Labyrinth. He was the main like alien dude in that. If you need somebody in a costume, he's your man. And I just cannot remember his name.
Andy Serkis.
No, Andy Serkis. No, that's Gollum. No, he's really skinny. He's really tall, and they just love using him for stuff.
Not me.
That's you name so many things that I haven't seen forever years. I've never seen it all. Hellboy's the one with the big red dude, isn't it? That had a rubber sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah.
I feel like we're really off topic here.
But no, just to back up Andy Serkis though, it's not just Gollum. He played the guy in Black Panther and Age of Ultron. He was in that. He did that really weird adaptation of the Jungle Book on Netflix, that Mowgli film. He's more than he was in what was that? It was King Kong. What was that film he was in with Simon Pegg about the grave diggers?
Oh, I know what you mean. I can't remember now. I can't remember what it's called. Something Brothers, is it?
I don't know. Talk some more while I look it up.
He is the guy that's also in that new Planet of the Apes movie as well, isn't he? He's the main ape from Planet of the Apes. Andy Serkis. He's in a load of stuff. Is he? I was about to say he's in a program on Amazon with David Tennant, but that's a guy I always get confused with Andy Serkis, and I can't remember his name.
Charlie Sheen. Charlie
Sheen. No, not Charlie Sheen. Not 2.5 Men. Charlie Sheen.
You're not far off though.
Is that his name? I always get him and Andy Serkis confused. I'm like, oh, there's that. No, that's not Andy Serkis. That's the other guy.
Yeah, he played Tony Blair in a film. He's done loads of...
Yeah, he was in a politics film, wasn't he? But
yeah.
He's in that Neil Gaiman show on Prime with David Tennant. I can't remember what it's called. I didn't really like it. I watched the first episode. I think I need to give it another shot.
Michael Sheen, yeah. I always get him and Andy Serkis confused. Don't know why. I don't even know if they look similar, but... No.
I just don't know why. They are the same person in my head.
Weird. The film I was thinking about with Andy Serkis and Simon Pegg is called Burke and Hare, and it's a good story, right? When I first passed my driving test, the first place I drove to was the cinema on my own, and the film I watched was Burke and Hare. So there you go.
That is an amazing story, right there. Sorry.
Wow. So Pika's just shut on my heart. Nice.
Burke and Hare I remember it being a pretty bad movie as well. I don't know, was it good?
I only watched it once, so I don't know.
Clearly didn't leave an impact.
I remember it being a bad movie. Was it good?
Well, it's bad to me, and it takes a lot for me not to like a movie, so it must have been a pretty bad movie.
I can't remember really. I can't remember. It's got 3 out of 5 stars, so it's pretty good.
Can't be that memorable though if you can't remember it.
No, just to confirm, the story was more I drove to the cinema on my own for the first time. It wasn't Burke and Hare. That wasn't. It's just I was just trying.
I'm really proud of you for doing that. You drove all by yourself, you parked up, and then you went to the cinema by yourself. You didn't invite any friends. You just thought, I'll go to the cinema by myself and watch Burke and Hare.
Joe was with me, actually.
Was he okay?
And I go to the cinema, or did when we were allowed. I go to the cinema on my own all the time. I don't understand what's wrong with it.
To be fair, I went to the cinema to watch Les Mis by myself, so I completely understand.
Well, I saw the latest Star Wars film on my own. I've seen more films on my own than I have with other people. It's a little bit weird when it's a Pixar film because it's just loads of kids and then just me at the back. It's a bit weird. Where's Rumble? What else we got?
No, that's it.
Yeah, I think I've given you everything I've got for now.
So to finish off the topic, wow, we really ranted this episode. Make sure you hit a like. If we were given a Team Thumbs recommendation, 3 things we can recommend them to put in Worms Rumble. Just to finish off the topic, Pika, what is your one recommendation given?
I'll try to narrow it down, man. Out of anything, I would like just a new game mode, a different game mode, something to bring me back, something to bring the players back.
Best Fringe and Team Thumbs, what's your one recommendation for Worms Rumble?
Wow, Clark Kent. Environmental damaging. So like for rising waters and lava pits and that sort of stuff that was in the originals.
And I think mine is going to have to be bring back old school. No, forget it. I'm saying it. Fix the XP system.
Agreed. That's a good one. I actually like that one. Yeah.
So Team Thumb's top 3 recommendations for Worms Rumble is fix the XP system, environmental damage, and what did he say again, Pika?
A new game mode.
A new game mode. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your episode of the Thumbcast. I think we spoke about video games at some point. I think we spoke about movies more often. Would you like us to do a movie podcast about Star Wars and all fandoms and just talk random stuff about
Darth Maul
books, like anything? We'll just talk random rubbish. We'd have to.
All of this, right, and above is all Final Fantasy stuff. That's enough game. There you go. Talk about movies now.
I might be honest, maybe Thumbcast is going to. We'll call it the Filmcast. No, Filmcast sounds like something that already exists.
I think that exists. That is casting movies to your TV, isn't it?
That's my king brush. What?
The what? Did you say a king brush? You're looking at a brush yet? Leave the freaking fringe alone. You don't need it. Pika is doing it again.
Is that a brush? What is that? It doesn't look like a brush.
Yeah, so it's like a small brush.
Oh, it's very fancy. It looks like a beard brush. Folds and everything. I would never stop playing with that. If I had that in my hand, I'd be clipping that. I'll be opening and closing it all the time, just fiddling with it.
Yeah. I got it on the plane. Here's my plaything. Yeah, with little wooden puzzles. That's what I sit and play with.
Oh, they passed me that.
That's a game, right?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a game.
This is a great one.
I feel like this should be all of our outros. What have you been playing with today?
You'll love this noise as well. Oh, you can't hear it. But it's kind of like...
Why did you have to make that noise?
Because I know you love it.
Physically require. That wasn't a real word. I don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been our latest episode of the Thumbcast. If you are watching this on YouTube, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and of course share this video with a friend or an enemy or just another person because you will not believe how much it helps us out. Check out the videos that we did recommend what felt like a very long time ago at the start of the episode. Play Worms Rumble. I think we spoke about it at some point.
Play with us.
Beg your pardon?
Play Worms Rumble with us.
You
Thank you
can
for
only have 3
clarifying.
people on a team.
Is it only 3 people on the team?
Yeah. Well, no. So you can only line up 3 people.
I might need to change my recommendation on what they have to fix.
Bigger teams or more interaction. Yeah.
Man, Team 17. I said it right. I said Team 17.
I think you'll find it's Team 14, Andy.
Shut up, Reese 5.
Mr. Team 14. I'm really surprised you never said. I was actually hoping you'd be like, wait, is it Team 14? Like, did I get it wrong? It's not Team 17. It's Team 14.
I've learnt my lesson. Never again will I call them Team 4. I'll probably call them Team 14 all the time. It was a mere fluke. They got a lot of work. I have high hopes for Worms Rumble. I hope they keep improving it. I hope they just keep improving it, keep working on it. And yeah, good luck to them. I love Team 17. If they want to talk to me about and talk to us about how they can improve Worms Rumble and maybe throw a few game keys our way and we'll test all their upcoming products, then hi Team 17.
We all have Steam accounts.
Yeah, and I have my flirty eyebrows out as well. Just to... For any audio listeners in the future, I just whipped my hair. If you imagine Prince Charming from Shrek 2, that's basically what it looked like. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. Thank you very much for joining, everybody. Hit a like, subscribe, and of course, share this video with people. Fat Pikachu, aka Graham Spot Wrong, thank you for joining me. Give us a wave. For audio viewers, he's waving with his right hand, and it's a very loose wave, quite loose for the wrist. He's now making an inappropriate gesture that I don't really understand. So I think he wants a salt shaker. I'm not sure what he wants.
Shake weight.
He's drinking. We're playing Pictionary now. We're playing Pictionary. Rob, aka Exile of Sin, aka the best friend in Team Thumbs. Thank you very much for joining me. Give us a wave. What's your wave like? Let's judge it. Oh, it's a raw wave. Of course it is. For the audio viewers, Rob, a.k.a. Exile of Sin, a.k.a. the best friend in Team Thumbs, which I am now going to always have to say, is doing a raw wave. My name has been Andy. Is Andy. I don't know why I said has been. It's changed now. At the end of each Thumbcast, I'm going to change my name to see what it's going to be like. My name is Andy. This is Team Thumbs. Like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know in the description down below what your favourite Worms Rumble bit is, and of course tell us about Andy Circus. I am making this outro as long as physically possible, and Graham is giving me the evil eye. Stop talking now, Andy. That's enough now. Stop talking. It's enough. It's enough. It's enough. I have nearly 6 hours of bloody footage to edit. I'm going to make this as long as possible. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in another adventure. Remember, Spider-Man is the best video game ever made.